Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hello everyone, and we're back with season 1 episode 5, The Devil You Know, Black Tapes. Really enjoy doing this with everybody, experiencing it for the first time. Looking forward to this episode. So everyone strap in and put your seatbelts on and let's go.
The Black Tapes podcast is an exploration of life, belief, faith, and occasionally the paranormal.
Yes, occasionally, like all the time.
This season we're focusing our lens on the work of the Strand Institute and its enigmatic founder and president, Dr. Richard Strand. We'll be telling our story in order.
Yeah, but I do, and I've said this in other videos, and I'm going to say it again. I love the Mulder-Scully relationship between these two, with her being the believer and him being the skeptic. So it's kind of cool.
Week to week. So if you haven't listened to the first couple of episodes, go back and start there. We'll be here when you get back.
And yes, the first couple of episodes we have.
From the National Radio Alliance and Minnow Beats Whale, it's the Black Tapes podcast. I'm Alex Regan.
I don't know if it's because I like the horror genre. I mean, good horror, not Friday the 13th, Halloween shit. I'm talking like Stephen King, The Stand, his Stand, It. Almost forgot the name of it. My brain kept saying the clown story, but and 11/23/62, whatever. I think that's it. I think that's the one on the Kennedy assassination. And, good horror. H.P. Lovecraft, even though he was racist, homophobic, and you name a litany of bad, very bad belief systems, by today's standards, he still wrote fairly decent horror. Peter Straub, good horror. Dan O'Bannon's Alien movies, good horror. Oh yeah, what I was trying to get to was that one single note repeated is kind of eerie. It can be eerie.
This week, as promised, our Black Tape contains an exorcism. But first, we return to last week. You'll remember I played a recording that had mysteriously appeared on my phone.
Yeah, shit like that would unnerve me too.
He's not music.
Strand is convinced that it's nothing but some kid messing around with my phone, someone playing a prank, or the brainchild of some well-trained hacker.
A well-trained hacker, it would be my guess.
Just happens to be a rabid Black Tapes podcast fan. The more I listen to it...
Did she just say Rabbit's Black Tapes? Rabid as in rabies, or rabbits and black tapes? I don't know. I may have to go back after I get done with this video and listen to it.
The more I think he's probably right. Still, it is a bit creepy. Strand is in Seattle for a few weeks, and I'm going to do my best to make sure most of his time is monopolized by Black Tapes cases.
Yeah, that's kind of pushy, but If you got a show to do, you got a show to do. That's just, life.
To that end, we have an exorcism. But before we jump in, I'd like to set the stage with a little background. To this day, The Exorcist is the scariest movie I've seen.
It's okay. The original Exorcist, when I saw it, I may have been a preteen or barely a teen. Watched it on HBO, had it, aired it one night real late, and I was up and watched it. And after I had read, books like The Shining and Carrie and stuff, I was like, meh.
I won't watch it again, no matter how many friends tell me it's not as scary as I remember. Something about that movie unsettled every part of me. I'm sure it has something to do with my growing up in a semi-religious household.
I can honestly say my mom was religious. I mean, she went to church, but she also read like Heinlein, Philip K. Dick, Frank Herbert, and so yeah, there's really no telling, if I grew up in a religious household or not. I don't know. Then I can't draw a comparison.
My parents weren't crazy devout, but I was exposed to that iconography and mythology at an early age.
That I was.
I knew who Satan was.
I think in America, by about the time you're 2 to 3 seconds old, you already know who Satan and God are, and the whole battle between the two.
To be honest, this is the part of researching the paranormal that I wasn't looking forward to. Ghosts? I could handle. Demonic possession? Not so much.
Yeah, maybe. If I lived in that universe, I think I would be right there with her on the whole demonic possession thing.
And apparently, I'm not alone. According to a recent poll, 90% of Americans believe in God. Of that 90%, 67% believe demonic possession is an actual thing.
See, I wonder if those numbers are real based on... Because they do that every so often, and the last set of numbers I saw were about 2 years ago, and it was down to about 75% people believed in God, and about 25, maybe 30% believed in demonic possession and angels and all that. I just wonder if the numbers that they're citing here are from a poll done during the time that they were making this, or a little bit before, maybe. I don't know. That could be interesting, because if you look at over the years the different polls, I can't think of right offhand who does the religious poll, but since in my lifetime, since 1969 to now, you've had extreme highs of almost 100% of people believing in God, and extreme lows of less than 50%. So it's one of those things that just kind of makes you wonder.
That's a lot of people who believe something else might take over their bodies and souls. In 1999, the Catholic Church listed 208 cases of demonic possession in America.
See, that's another... stuff like that... it's the stuff like that makes you want to go out and research and find out if they're just pulling the state out of their backside, or if they're basing it on real data, or if they're actually using real data. It's fascinating that the people at Minnow Beats Well and Public Radio Alliance just weave this wonderful tapestry of fiction and nonfiction.
Last year, they reported a staggering 1,118 cases. That's around a 450% increase. This has forced the church to do something they've never done before. They now have programs devoted solely to training exorcists.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I really can. You just do not... Well, if you live outside of America, you may not comprehend, but people in America, especially in Texas or the American South, it just, oh yeah, I could see that craziness going on.
In 1999, they opened the Exorcist Society of America.
That's that just ESA, interesting.
Before 1999, there were only 3 church-approved exorcists in the United States. Today, there are 32.
I wonder. Yeah, that's fascinating. If you go out and do the research, or if you already just know about how these numbers compile in our real world, please put them in the comments below. I think that would be awesome. Plus, it would save me. I'm gonna be upfront about it. It'd save me doing the research myself. And we'll go ahead and call this good here. And until next time, everyone, be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?